Hi, everybody. Welcome to Soul Connections. I'm your host, Polly Jo Labbe, here from Trinity Temple of Sacred Wisdom. Welcome back. I took a little hiatus for a couple weeks to get a new hip so I could be made of titanium and be extra protected and extra grounded and able to run around again on my beaches as I enjoy. So thanks for waiting for me to get through part of my healing process. And I really enjoyed having some contemplative time. So I'm hoping that you did as well. Tonight, remember, we are going to be doing a meditation, a connection to our soul, a connection to who we truly are, and taking some time to do the healing work of reconnecting with parts of ourselves that maybe we haven't let out in a while. Maybe we haven't allowed our creative energy to flow the way we would like to. Maybe we haven't really embraced our inner warrior and chased after some dreams that we've really been wishing and hoping about. So this is a chance for you to like realign and recenter yourself back into that place where you feel that connection, the divine connection, that soul essence, because that's who you truly are. That's who we truly are meant to be. So I look forward to that tonight. And as always, after we do our healing meditation, I will be pulling cards for anybody who wants one. All you have to do is type in yes, please, which is really cool. And so tonight's cards are Angels. Oops, I'm sorry, I'm backwards. Angels, Gods, and Goddesses by Tony Carmen Salerno. Let me take a quick moment and see if I can find enough bandwidth to remember how to switch me around. There we go. All right, let me show you that again. There we go. Angels, Gods, and Goddesses by Tony Carmen Salerno. And for most of you who know, Tony Carmen Salerno is an artist that I truly enjoy. I love the angelic depictions, but also sort of the raw energy that is there and is present. So I really look forward to doing that with you and for you. And you know, as a little bit of housekeeping for anybody who is in the New England area or who's willing to travel to the New England area, I will be doing an in-person retreat called Realm of the Mystic. And it's focused on new possibilities. That will be March 22nd to the 24th in the hills of Western Massachusetts. And we do some deep diving into how to create new possibilities, not only in the third dimension, but in the fourth and fifth as well. So we spend a day in each, clearing any blocks that are keeping us from creating the new possibilities and the new experiences that we want to have in our life. So if this speaks to you, you know, feel free to reach out to me through Messenger, or you can email me at trinitySacredTemple@gmail.com, and I will get right back to you about that. So let's get ourselves into a place where we are going to do our meditation. So find a way to feel comfortable, feel supported, you know, whether you're in your chair or on your bed or on the floor. You just really want to feel like where you're sitting, where you're laying, it's holding you. And it's you don't have to use muscles to make sure that you are supported, that you just feel supported by your environment. And make sure that your arms and your legs are uncrossed so that the circuits of energy can flow fully. So closing your eyes, just take a couple of deep breaths. And with each breath, I invite you to release the energy of the day, to bring your energy, your thoughts, and your being into this present moment. Being aware of anything that is flitting through your mind, but keeping your focus on your breathing, on your centeredness, and on being present right here, right now, to reconnect more deeply with your soul essence. And we're going to establish sacred space. And to do that, we're going to call in the energy of the divine, however you may perceive that. Whether you see that as God or Goddess, all that is oneness, consciousness. Welcome in the divine energy to create a sacred structure around you, built on the energy of love and light. In each dimension and frequency and vibration that we're able to connect to in this moment. And we ask that this sacred shelter will provide us with protection, safety, security, and healing for the good of all and harm to none. And you also may want to create a cocoon around you, a bubble of this beautiful sacred light. You may want to have a bubble around the room that you're in, so that each corner, each crevice of the space is filled with the divine light, that peace, the calm and serenity that comes with that. And now we invite in our spiritual teams, our angels, our guides, our ancestors, the gods, the goddesses, our mystical beings, our animals, all divine of the highest, fullest, and brightest vibrations available to us. And we welcome in the guidance and communication and wisdom that our teams can provide us with as we come together in this sacred space. We're going to ask the divine energy to begin grounding our energy. And by grounding, we are going to connect deeply within Grandmother Earth, allowing Grandmother Earth to anchor us in her divine wisdom, in her sturdiness, in her shelter. And imagine reaching into the center of your heart, feeling the beautiful energy pulsing there. And from the bottom of the heart, a cord that connects deep within your energy system, through your chakras, through your spine, down through your body, down through your feet, through the floor, through the earth, through the layers, past the rocks and the crystals, and the ancient civilizations buried beneath us. And sensing and feeling that cord as it reaches the molten lava center of the primordial creation energy that fills the heart of Grandmother Earth. and creating that cord of connection from our heart to hers. Feeling that connection as the energy flows to us and through us in a beautiful golden circuit. And asking the heart to also help our third chakra in the solar plexus to also ground, connect, and cord with Grandmother Earth's heart. Bringing our fire into balance, restoring our passion, releasing the discomfort and dis-ease that we have felt in connection to others and to ourselves, dissipating any anger that has been lingering, any resentment, any frustration or overwhelm, allowing it to dissolve down through our cord and being composted in that molten lava heart of Grandmother Earth. And also inviting our second chakra, the sacral chakra below our belly, to also restore balance, allowing the water energy to ebb and flow, our emotional and creative energy returning to equilibrium, filling our chakra with the juicy energy of possibilities and creations, and ideas and sparked imagination. And cleansing and activating the womb of creation that we all carry within our being. Feeling that connection and releasing all energy down through the cord connected to Grandmother Earth. Any blocks in our creativity, any stuck emotional patterns, any feelings of less than or not enough, and even the energy of too much. For within the universe, there is no such thing as too much or too little. And moving down into our root chakra and expanding our foundation, allowing the energy to fill, strengthen, and solidify, grounding through each of our legs and our feet, deep within the earth plane, deep within connection to Grandmother Earth, feeling the stability in each side of our body, feeling it in our home, in our jobs, in our finances. Feeling that beautiful divine balance of stability and caretaking at the root of our being. And now asking our heart to also ground and connect with the divine above, feeling our heartbeat and the corded connection through all of our upper chakras, through our higher self, through our oversoul, through space and time, back to our place of origin where our soul was first created. Grounding in that creation energy, grounding in our divine spark, grinding and grounding into the divine energy of all that is, and our peace of that, and our fullness of that. And now asking our throat to also connect to the divine above, clearing and opening a pathway for our divine expression, our authenticity, our true self to shine through. Our uniqueness, our creativity, our true voice, and our true desire. Expanding and opening our pathways of communication with others, with ourselves, and with our spiritual team. Releasing any words that have gone unspoken, releasing any words that were spoken harshly, either given or received. Releasing any energy trapped in the neck, closing the throat. Breathing the divine communication and acceptance through all the layers. And now asking our third eye to ground and connect with the divine above. Clearing our senses so that we may use them together. Our five senses, our intuition, and even the intuition of our higher self, allowing them to combine together to shift and expand our perceptions, our possibilities, bringing our brain into balance so that logic and creativity can work together seamlessly with ease and grace, releasing any ways where we have squeezed ourselves too small. The headaches or the pressure in the sinuses, the difficulty in the ears. allowing that energy to break apart and move away so that we can simply be open to our perception and all that our senses experience. And now asking our crown to also ground and connect fully and expansively to the divine, connecting through our higher self, and opening and expanding all the ways we can connect, imagining our 1,000 petal lotus above our head, stretching and opening, unfurling, so that each petal is a connection to source and divine energy. Each petal a crystalline conductor of divine energy flow, giving us the ability to reach and tap into the amazing potential available to us in this moment and beyond. And now returning to our heart and asking the divine energy to radiate out like a giant beacon of light, sending unconditional love in each and every direction, dimension, frequency, and vibration, clearing and restoring our aura in all of its beautiful layers, even radiating out through our past lives and our karmic debt, feeling the fullness of our soul's essence, bright and golden, stretched and at peace. Now take a moment to ask your spiritual team for some guidance. And whether you receive it now or through the card readings or through dream time or the magic of numbers or animals, for when we ask, it is easier to receive. Now taking a moment of gratitude for all of the teams, of all of the people who've gathered tonight in our community, and even those who are listening or watching through the recording. Feeling that cosmic community that we are interlaced in, and the gratitude that we are never truly alone. And bringing your awareness back to your physical body, back to the room that you're in, sensing the air around you, the light, feeling the clothes on your body or the weight of gravity pushing down on you, connecting you to the surface that you are sitting or lying on. And as you start to bring breath and your awareness back to the moment, you might want to start rubbing your hands together, rubbing your feet on the floor, stretching or yawning, just gently bringing yourself back to this present moment. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. I hope there was some wisdom that you got from that, or even just a little moment of peace and a release of some stress, because we can all use that. Um, so we're now going to do some card readings, and the card deck of the week is Angels, Gods, and Goddesses by Tony Carmen Salerno. Um, this is an artist that I have been drawn to for a long time. So you'll see it in the circulation quite often, one of the decks. And yes, if you would like a card drawn for you, please just type in yes into the computer. I never make the assumption that everyone present wants a card. Because I don't want to invade your private space. So if you would like a reading, I'd be very happy, and I stay until we're complete. And I look forward to that. So yeah, let me know if you would like a card, and Rob will let me know. Oh, you are so welcome, Julie. I love having this meditation time, this reset. That's how I see it, a time to reset our energy system. And it really helps me move through my day and my week. So thank you for saying that. I'm glad you enjoy it. Well, of course you can have a card, Miss Julie. Let's see what we got for you today. Nice. So let me see if I can make sure. Okay, so it's the Goddess of Nature. I'm sorry you can't read it too well. But you can see how blue she is, and how above her head is a halo with the star. You see a lot of the goddess swirl energy, the star at her root chakra, and how lit up her heart is. And the saying that is on the bottom of the card is, "You reap what you sow. Your dream is coming to fruition." Which I love for you. What I see with the Goddess of Nature is, the more we become our natural essence, the more we become who we really are, the more things just happen with beautiful synchronicity. So connecting to that, like, goddess that is Julie, and letting her shine through with no restrictions, without holding back, then you're able to really present anything that you have dreamt about, or any ways you've thought about newly expressing yourself. Because we all like to have some change and some creativity. So it's really sweet. And the deep blue of this card really is very symbolic of the throat chakra. And that, you know, if you think of Mother Nature, she's not shy, she's not hiding, she's just out, and she's her natural, wonderful self. And so that is part of our self-expression. That's part of how we communicate who we are and who we want to be. And so this is all about really tapping into that. And being aware of any time you might feel like you're holding yourself back just a tiny bit. Think about, Mother Nature, and would she hold herself back? And use that as your guidance, because you have some wonderful gifts to share, which most of us know, and more to come. So this is exciting, because it looks like a new version of Julie is about to be presented, and I can't wait to see what that looks like. So thank you for being present with us tonight, because that's a wonderful card to share with all of us. Thanks, sweetie. All right. Jackie, thank you. Oh, thank you. I'm very glad I'm healing too. Um, When we do the energy work and we do the clearing, healing happens quickly. I had my surgery 2 weeks ago today, had a whole brand new hip put in, for those who didn't know. And I'm already moving from a walker to a cane. And so, yeah, really impressed how quickly things are getting back to an old normal I haven't felt in a long time. So thank you. So your card is the Angel of Space Clearing. I love how activated her third eye is, and how the third eye looks like a combination of a drop of water and a flame. I see both within that. So the Angel of Space Clearing is about clearing away any old negative thoughts and feelings that might be, still running in the background of your life. I I'm seeing it kind of like you're in an elevator with this like terrible music piping in. But the music is those negative beliefs and feelings that, that just, they're still singing the same old song. um, so this is a chance for you to, think of spring is coming. Spring cleaning can happen. And that includes our mystical being. And when we're thinking about negative beliefs or negative thoughts, they're not always bad per se, but they're not life-serving. So if you have patterns that are coming up, I have a feeling that over the next few days you're gonna have some interactions with people that you'll be in this place of, oh, I hate every time this happens. That's a clue. If it feels like you've been through it before, then take a look at it. See what's frustrating you about it, or see who's frustrating you. And who do they remind you of? Because there's always layers underneath. And if you haven't known the person your whole life, then they probably have a pattern that somebody else you knew from your childhood had. And when we were children, many of our patterns were to keep us safe. But now as adults, they're restrictive. They keep us from fully stepping out into our power, fully stepping out into our self-expression, our creativity. So think about ways that you would want to tackle these negative thoughts and beliefs. And we just had the full moon. So you are still in that window where if you know some, you can write them down and burn them. And that's one of my favorite ways to release them. And I usually burn my my awarenesses, I guess, using sage and maybe a little bit of salt to purify it as it releases to the divine. But just pay attention to the patterns and the people around you, and you'll start to see what no longer serves you. And the minute we're aware of it, it starts to shift and it starts to change. We don't even necessarily have to actively do anything except choose differently. If you've always chosen one thing, try a different choice and then see what happens, because you can always choose again. All right, Jackie, I hope you enjoy that. Thank you for being here. Oh, how can we reach out to you for personal connection and working one-on-one with you? Thank you for asking that. You can reach out to me on Messenger. I'll be happy to do that. You can follow our Trinity Temple of Sacred Wisdom Facebook page, which is great, Rob. And he's got everything right there. And you can also email me on thank you. He's moving so fast below me, I can't think. Trinity Sacred Temple at gmail.com is my, so you take the .com and you do at Gmail instead. You can reach out to me that way. But Messenger works just great. Phones have been funky lately. So you're much better off reaching out to me that way. And I am working one-on-one with people as well as doing the group work, the in-person group work, because it's been very clear to me that, my soul's mission is to help the healers heal so that they can get out there and do what they're meant to do and be who they're meant to be. And so if you need a little support and help with that, I am definitely your girl, because I will be there for you. So thank you for asking, Julie, and would love to work with you and anyone else who might want to work with me too. All right, so let's see who's next, Rob. Oh, hi, Mary. Glad to have you. So your card is the Angel of Prayer. And I love how you can feel her contemplative energy and the divine energy circling her as she's praying. And so at the bottom, it says, ask the universe and the angels for help and guidance. And most of us know that, but we forget to do it. Except on the big things. We get into this big situation and then we pray. And ask for help and ask for guidance. But you can even ask for help getting a good parking space so that you don't have to walk too far. You can even ask for your angels to tackle a to-do list for you because you're in a place of overwhelm. I do that quite frequently. I'm like, I need this, and I need it by this date and this time, and I don't care how you take care of it, but chop, chop. And boom, boom, boom. Whether it's the right person shows up to help, or I run into them at the grocery store, or somebody sends a message to me about something, it's very rapid. So, praying has gotten a bad rap from a number of people because it's so connected to religious upbringing. And for some people, our religious upbringing might have been really restrictive, and didn't allow the expansion of how we feel and experience the divine. But remember that you are a divine being. We each are a divine vessel, and each divine vessel, we have our own connection. And our soul can reach out, and we can pray directly to God without, needing to go through anybody else. We have a direct line, right? And if you're a little uncomfortable with that, well, then reach out to your guides and angels and ask them to be the mediator for you so that your wishes, your dreams, and your desires and your needs get taken care of. So, take some time in contemplation, in meditation, in prayer. Think of what you would like to see change in your life. Whether it's positive or negative. Sometimes we just want more quality time with our family. Maybe we want to be less encumbered by our debts. Maybe we want more health and wellness. And maybe we just want more time for pursuing what our heart desires. And so whatever may be calling to you to ask for, do it. There's nothing too little and nothing too big for our angels and for the divine to assist us with. But they don't know unless we ask. So don't be afraid to ask. All right? I hope that helps. Have a great week, dear. Oh, Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate that. Yes, my team works really hard on giving the exact message. And I do my best not to hold back. So thank you. Rachel, thank you for joining us. So your card is the Angel of Emergence. It's so interesting. I have this huge Hawaii vibe from this card today. I don't usually get that, so that's really funny. Um, so boy, we're on some sort of theme today. So the card says it is time for the real you to emerge. Guess we're all in that energy right now. It's like time. It's time to shed all the things that are holding us back. And usually it's us who are holding us back for fear of what other people might think, or fear of money, fear of success. Like, what will happen if I really do my thing and it takes off? That can be a little scary. But in this place of emergence, it feels like, you've been in the cocoon, you've been percolating or cooking in the oven, right? And it's time for the butterfly to emerge. It's time for the flower to bloom. It's just time. And you don't have to know what the real you looks like yet. Um, but one of the ways to start to let the real you shine through is to start releasing anything that isn't you. You know, sometimes we dress the way other people want us to dress, and it's not us. It's not who we are. It's not how we want to express ourselves. And so that could be something very easy, is to start integrating into your wardrobe pieces that feel like you. Um, I love to have pieces that feel like artwork so that I feel like the living artist that I am. I can't always find them, um, because I can get caught down the Etsy rabbit hole looking at everything. But yeah, start with what is true for you, what needs to be expressed. I know you have some really cool creative energy, and maybe that needs to come out a little bit more. We spend a lot of time in service to others in our work, and we don't give or dedicate as much time to ourselves. We don't allow ourselves to receive as much service as we give out. So maybe even just finding ways to take care of your future self. That's how I like to think of self-nourishing, self-care. It's not selfish. I'm taking care of my future self. I had my surgery 2 weeks ago because I wanted my future self to be able to still go and walk on the beach and take walks with my husband by the water, and um, just to be able to do hikes with my kids, or go to Disney World or Disneyland, um, and not be run down and exhausted from that. And so I chose to take care of my future self, and I can feel the difference already. And so, what do you need to do to take care of your future self? And I think that's a great one for all of us to think about, so that the true you can come out. And there's some piece that connects with Hawaii or tropical, a tropical setting. Maybe you need a little beach time to like bask in the sunshine to remember. I'm seeing really beautiful tropical flowers and smelling some really strong aroma of that. and feeling that heat of sunshine, um, and that calm of like a really good vacation where there's no plans. There's just soaking in the sun and just allowing the body to fully relax and enjoy. So maybe something like that should be on your radar. All right, dear. Have a great rest of your week and I hope to see you next time. Oh, you have a wonderful week too, Mary. You are very welcome. Thank you, dear. Ah, Deanna. Nice. I like this card for you. This is the Goddess of Beauty. And again, we have more transformational butterflies. Again, the third eye is lit. The heart is lit. Um, and it says at the bottom, you are a wondrous being of light. There's nothing to change or fix. So, we've had a lot of cards about emerging and changing and letting the real you shine. So your card is there's nothing to change, right? Just shine, and the one thing that I see is, if you've been hiding, a lot of us started to hide during the pandemic, because there was a lot of energy out there. And for those of us who are sensitive, it might have been a little bit much to integrate. So what I'm seeing is just lean into your inner beauty, lean into what makes you unique, lean into what makes you laugh and bring you joy, and allow yourself to be seen as the goddess that you are. Sometimes we are in a place where we don't feel worthy of that title, but you are a vessel for a divine being, this sacred, amazing vessel. And, you just need to embrace that. And anytime it feels like it's slipping, notice if it's a particular situation that wants to dim that light. And take a deep breath and breathe into that goddess and just let her show who's boss. Because she can be a fiercely amazing woman when she puts her mind to it. So have a great night, dear. I hope you enjoyed that. Ah, I love beach vibes too. Absolutely. You could always take me with you. Stacy, hi dear. Nice to have you. So this is interesting. I haven't seen this card in a while. So this is the angel of diet and nutrition. Lots of that beautiful, juicy pink energy is here with her. And this card says, pay attention to what you eat and drink. You intuitively know what is good for you. So lots of times as we head into spring, in the winter, we're so caught up in that hibernation mode, and we're so caught up in, in a way, survival mode that, we sometimes eat heavier and denser foods. And maybe we have more sugar than we would in the summertime, or we have, less water and things like that. So what I'm seeing for you is that to start moving into your more spring-like eating and your more spring-like energy. So think about things that are light. I'm seeing a lot of green vegetables and fruits and a lot of water and some some organic um, grains and some very light meat. So like chicken or fish, but really focused almost on like a cleanse kind of energy. It's like um, there's been a lot of heavy emotional stuff that's gone on. And so sometimes that heavy stuff translates into the foods we eat. We'll eat heavier foods when we're in those like heavier around other people's heavier emotions. They don't even have to be yours. So to lighten up, to lighten up yourself and lighten up the mood and lighten up the energy and the atmosphere, think about foods that are filled with light. The more organic, the more natural, the better. And I know you do that already. Um, but really focused on clean, and a heavier water content is one of the things that I'm seeing, as well as some natural iron. So those are just ways to help you um, lighten the mood. Lighten the mood, lighten the energy, lighten how you feel. Because you don't need the heaviness weighing you down, because that's not who you are. You're this like bright sparkle of light who goes out there with her fairy dust and brings joy. So yeah, take a look at what might be holding you back, and maybe even getting outside a little bit more. I know it's been chilly, but you're a big nature girl, so if you're not getting enough time outside, you might want to remedy that as well. All right, thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you in person soon. Oh, you are welcome, Deanna. Always love sharing the sunshine any way I can. All right, Rob, let's finish us off. Wow, you got the goddess of oneness. Look at this fantastic tree. She's quite something. And I love the halo of light above her head as well. So the goddess of oneness says someone you love is thinking fondly of you at the moment, which is really sweet. um, and really, there are times when, we're just connected on a wavelength with someone, and, you're thinking of them and they're thinking of you, and then the phone rings and it's like, oh, I was just thinking of you. And let yourself receive that. Sometimes, we push away people who care about us. We push away the possibilities of connection and happiness. And we all deserve that. We're not meant to be here on this earth plane suffering. We're meant to be here to feel and experience and express love in all the ways we can imagine. So that also means learning how to receive love in that same way, not picking it up like little scraps of food, like a little mouse scurrying around and eating off our scraps, like, no, this is raw, belly up to the table, the love table, and allowing yourself to be in the buffet of what it would feel like to just gently be thinking of someone and have them think of you as well. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy sexual or whatever, though it can be. But just that adoration, right? That longing to connect, that that feeling of, there's somebody out there who gets me and I get them, and how lovely that can be. So enjoy that. And with that, guys, um, that is the end of our broadcast. You are very welcome, Rob. And I want to remind those of you who are, either in New England or would be willing to travel to New England to have a 3-day weekend with me. I will be doing a retreat in Western Massachusetts, and it will be on March 22nd through the 24th. And we have 3 days in the realm of the mystic. And we'll be focusing on new possibilities and how to create them. So if you're ready for making change, if you're ready for bringing that real you out of the closet and shining your light, well, then maybe this is for you. And feel free to reach out to me through Messenger or on our Facebook page, or even at my email, which is trinitysacredtemple@gmail.com. And with that, you guys, thank you for being here tonight with me. I look forward to seeing you next week, and bye for now.